sun peeks through the haze, and birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore, morning in America, on just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore, morning in America, on just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Good morning, good morning. I hope you all are having a great morning wherever you are. The washing machine is in spin cycle, so excuse me if it's a little bit loud. Let's see. Melinda was first this morning. Good morning. Then we got Lady Jen, Daniel, Native Pride. Good morning. Good morning, Joan. Who else we got? Oh, so we got Joan Hageman and Joan Walton. So good morning to both of you. Joan Walton sent me some really good news the other day. Been trying to help her and Steve along, and I think we're making some headway. Beverly, good morning. Oh, there I see Sister Gremlin. I was speaking with her better half this morning. Oh, Johnny Chung is back. Good morning. I need to find out if he speaks Mandarin or Cantonese or what. Heroes Chris, good morning. Sharon, good morning. Mary Dale, good morning to you. Ancient Drummer, welcome. Yeah, it's been a fun week. I got a lot of stuff done this week. Today's going to be a busy day for me. It's nice. It's going to be in the 70s, so I'll be outside working. I think I told you guys I finally harvested my first lemon plant, or my first lemon from my lemon tree, and now I have to plant the lemon tree outside. I had an apricot that didn't do so well, didn't make it. So I'm going to pull that out, and I'm going to put the lemon tree outside, and I've got to put in some stakes, and I've got some plastic fencing because the bunnies they were getting to my avocado. I have new growth on the avocado tree, and I'm just going to put the fencing around the around the avocado tree and the lemon for just a short while, just so that they get a chance to grow a little bit. Do you enjoy being the first through the Magical Mystery Tour anime? Uh, all the things people are doing with all this anime stuff, I do find it very funny. I did do a little bit myself. Oh, Critically Drinking is here. Welcome, welcome. I do enjoy watching Critically Drinking. Uh, he does his show on X. Welcome. I'm getting a lot of hate on X right now because I keep telling people that Ukraine lost, and they just can't emotionally deal with that. They flip the hell out because when I told them that, suddenly I'm a fake veteran. I'm scamming people with the nonprofit. What else are they saying? Um, I'm a Russian bot. Um, I what? Oh, I'm gay. Like they cannot handle someone telling them, "Look, Russia lost. Russia won. Ukraine lost." So yeah, it's making me laugh. It makes me laugh that that's their reaction, and it's like, okay, dude, whatever, whatever you need to tell yourself, whatever you need to tell yourself. And at the end of the day, I'm fine being able to just say, yeah, Ukraine lost. That's it. It's done. Let me signal boost you here then. Thank you, Critically Drinking. Um, I've watched him play video games on his very funny guy. I've been following Critically Drinking for man, how long has it been? 4 years? I think it's been 4 years. There's like a small circle of us on Twitter that have been following each other. I'll tell you the ones I want to get on to the show, and they've been on with the expert, is Traveling Fools. I see Twitter kept like removing my accounts, and I would start a new account and build it up, and I would get it up to like more than my previous account, and then they would kill that account, and I would build that one up to more than my previous account. So I'm right now with the most followers that I've ever had. I'm almost to 5,000. I'm at 46 something, and all Twitter did was teach me how to do Twitter better. Every time they would, kill my account, I would just come back better and stronger. And Critically Drinking, Traveling Fools, who else? A bunch of us have been following each other. Tommy Karate. Tommy Karate was one of the first guys from Twitter, well, X now, who when I started this show, he was like, "Brother, I'm gonna watch every show." And he's been still supporting me. And the good thing about this show is that I've learned how to do stuff with the VA. I've been able to help people like Joan and like Tommy Karate. Tommy Karate is now 100% 100% disabled. He and his wife are looking to use the VA home loan, buy their house. So I'm just glad that I could get them on that path. um, oh, thank you so much, Joan. Joan, starting us off this morning with some money, some $5.
I like money.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Um, but I legitimately like helping people. Like I've learned stuff, and it would be, you know, in the military, we tell people when you learn something, teach someone else because when you teach them, uh, we're able to fulfill the mission. One person goes down, the mission doesn't stop. And, you know, if it's something that everyone can benefit from, you teach it to everybody and you tell them, okay, now you go talk to others and teach it to others. So, I'd be remiss if I didn't try to help people. So that's a lot of what we do here. Even though I've got some people out there talking some smack, saying I don't help veterans, and I'm like, okay, well, whatever. You you do your thing, dude. And what you find with those people is they're normally all about themselves. They're the ones. You notice I don't have a Venmo down below. I don't have a PayPal. Like I'm not trying to get money to personally benefit from you guys. Buy the merch. It goes into the coffers of the It goes into the coffers of the nonprofit, and that's what we use that money for. We use that to help veterans, and I've got a little bit of change in that account because some of you guys have been so awesome and have bought some of our merchandise, but you've gotten something from it, and that's what I like. Everybody's benefiting. Um, same thing with that's why I support you know Yoda and Miss Yoda. The sister Gremlin right there. They got Uncle Frank's uh, LLC, and they're taking kids fishing and getting them fishing equipment. I can't think of anything better. That's a great cause right there, and I'll happily support that. Happily. But when we do these things cyclical, like even with Georgie, who's not here this morning, and I'm gonna send her a nasty gram because she's not here. Even with Georgie, like, oh, Georgie is here. Oh no, so she's not gonna get. I didn't see you, Georgie. I'm sorry. Uh, like even with her, everything that she does is for her kids. So that's the thing. Cat, do you have to be on my lap? Look at this cat. He's like all sprawled out in my lap this morning. I'll allow it because I've been doing stuff all week. It's like I come home from work and I just start doing stuff around the house. Open your eyes, Dork. She's oh my god.
Sorry, I'm not interested in being friends with midgets. Midgets piss me off.
Uh too much fun. Cat, just because you're on my lap doesn't mean I have to pay attention to you. Yes. Man, I'm gonna have to clean my desk. It is dusty, dusty. Um, but yeah, I've been doing some things. Jesus, you're getting to be on my list. Okay. Now you can go hang out with the dog. And the cat tried waking me up. I slept in this morning. That's why I'm going live so late. I slept in. I'm stuck with you. Stuck on me. I got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose. Guess I'm on my way. Maybe I should. AVA wanted me to do another veteran launch. My voice, I blew it out the last time. I blew it out bad. It still hasn't fully recovered. But maybe I'll do one. I'll sing a lot more Lionel Richie. Okay. Growing up on like a Saturday morning, my mom used to clean. My dad would be outside washing the cars. My mom would be inside, and we had a record player, and she would play. It was Lionel Richie. I think the name of the album was Off the Wall. Billy Joel or Hall and Oates, Man Eater. Like those were the records she would play, and she'd clean the house. So I hear those. When I hear those, I get motivated to clean. And my dad would be outside, and I remember he would be listening to America's Top 40 with Casey Kasem. Welcome back, everyone. This morning we've got a song shooting up to number one. It's Man Eater by Daryl Hall and John Oates. Today we have a letter. Today we have a long-distance dedication from Georgie in Tennessee, and it reads, Dear Casey. I have fun doing that. I used to love listening to the radio. And then trying to copy what I could do. Like, I still love doing Paul Harvey. Hello, Americans. This is Paul Harvey. First, news. Then, the rest of the story. They used to have. I plan on getting veterans down the drag strip with my concept. I sold to bigger viewership that can get the support. Veterans down the drag strip. Is that was that a race team? Yes, a good Casey Kasem impression can do a lot of good for people. Dear Casey, my dog Pickles was the love of my life. He went with me everywhere. Pickles used to sit in my lap as I would drive my 1957 Ford Bel Air up and down the strip. Last week, Pickles died. Could you please play Party All Night and Every Day by Kiss? That's how that was. Only my best friend would break out in a random song. Oh, if I put it like, I've got my security cameras outside, but if I put security cameras inside and like streamed it, you guys would hear a lot of singing. I'm constantly singing to these animals. Like, okay, this kid here, you know the song "I'm a Fool for the City." Well, when I feed the cat, it's "I got food for the kitty, do 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 do. I got food for the kitty." Watch, he's gonna look and be like, "Are we eating right now?" Thank you, critically drinking. Good to see you as always. About to switch hubby name. Sick of the commercial. What commercial? I always love Paul Harvey's "The Rest of the Story." Let me tell you, friends, about a man. He grew up in Seaport, Massachusetts. I don't even know if there's a Seaport, Massachusetts. I would imagine there is. That was a Chevy. Oh, Chevy was a Bel Air. I thought Ford was a Bel Air. Maybe, what was the Ford? I think it was the Falcon I was thinking of. I was going to have two identical built cars so veterans and first responders could call out professional drivers. Okay, that would be cool. That'd be good for your channel. I'm back under hubby's name, the passenger prince. uh, I I just realized what I didn't do. Oh, I didn't do something this morning. I did not open up my control panel. Fail by me. I need a thing that says like epic fail.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
Yep, this morning I am the problem. No. Yep, you're gonna have to face it. You're a dick. There is a Seaport, Mass. Okay. See, I took a guess. I had no clue. Good morning, Audrey. Welcome to the show. I'm really having a lot of fun this morning. Maybe it's because I'm doing these. Can you do a recording of Paul Harvey for me? I need his AI voice. Absolutely, I can. A man had an idea of having dual race cars. One for racing and the other for showing off. He would allow veterans and first responders to race his cars. Maybe that's what I should do some commercials as Paul Harvey and get like, have you heard about my friends Georgie and Coop? They've been doing a show every day at 8 a.m. Eastern on their own perspective channels right here on YouTube, Rumble, and everywhere else you can watch a podcast. What would be the worst thing? Like the worst. Oh, I got it. Friends, I want to tell you the rest of the story today about a young woman named Mia. Mia came from Lebanon. Her family immigrated to the U.S. when she was just a baby. She was granted citizenship and when she became of age, became an entertainer. You may know her as Mia Khalifa. Porn star extraordinaire. Uh, that is too funny. I should do some stuff like that. That would be. Maybe I could do the rest of the story about Jeremy Hales. Good morning, Greg. Welcome, welcome.
That's my purse!
I'm just having too much fun today. Can you tell that I slept in? I slept in today, and I feel good. Where's Lacey? She is over here. Maybe I'll do that today. I'll find a little stool or something for her to sit back here. The stool I wanted to do was too high, so you would have been looking right at her tits, like right here. So yeah, I didn't move her over here yet. Who broke the skipper speech filter? I'm just doing my impersonation of Paul Harvey. She should be on the show after the documents filed last night. Which ones? Hold on here. Sorry, I was testing something out and now it's in my way. Randy's. Yeah. Have you guys done anything? Mia Khalifa is an idiot. Well, yeah, I don't think we're getting Mensa members who are doing porn. So are you talking about Randy's response? I did read it yesterday. I didn't read it on air. I can if we need to. I am happy to. Oh, I don't have those. I don't have those. But here's the thing. I'll be interested in reading it because you see how stupid they are when they keep finally, clearly Bruce is writing for them. And it backfired on them because they were like, "Oh, we're indigent. We're pro se litigants. And we don't know how to do this." And it's like, well, according to what you filed, what you have right here, this seems very competent. So, yeah, I can see it. Can see where you should be able to understand this. Did I hear porn and tits? Where? Oh, we're talking about Mia Khalifa. She does have some amazing tits. She really does. In fact, speaking of amazing tits, I'll show you guys something I posted the other day. Don't worry, this is safe for work. Um, when it comes to music, Katy Perry has great tits. So yeah, I posted that yesterday. uh, Here's one thing I'll say: having lived in the Middle East, Arab women have some nice tits. Just the way it is. You do now. I thought you were saying you now. It'd be, instead lay your head on your shoulder, it would be lay your tits on your shoulder. Oh my God. I had a post of, if you follow the Veteran Nation Foundation account, I had a post of a woman who had like some really droopy ones. And I said, if your post is this long, I'm not reading it. Oh, good morning, Larry. And yeah, so that was a fun post that I made. And I got people texting me because of the show. Some people just don't want to come in the comments and post it, so they text it to me. I see that's Mercantile earlier in the BizKits Flea Market Live. Nine Chins has my IP address now. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do. They came onto my site. If you're not doing anything wrong, you're fine. Okay, let me download these because I have not read them. So you guys will get a live reaction from me. Okay, let me go to here to downloads. Oh God, we're back to they're doing things by hand again. Okay. We'll get rid of this. Oh my God. I haven't even gotten into this. I have not even gotten in this, and already I can see the stupidity. Actually, I want to do this. There we go. Yeah, I can already. Motion requesting appointment of counsel. This is civil. Civil. You don't get counsel. You have to go purchase counsel. Or not purchase, but retain the services of counsel. Which, by the way, if you guys watched TC's video, I am looking for legal representation. So if anyone knows of anyone, I am looking for an attorney on that. I could hire. I have attorneys, but they don't specialize in that. The above named plaintiff petitioner do hereby swear I am unable to pay the costs of said proceeding to give security, therefore, that I believe I am entitled to redress and that I am unable to litigate this case on my own behalf because please explain see attached. In support of this motion, plaintiff petitioner states I have made a diligent effort to employ counsel and contacted the following attorneys. Legal aid, lawyers.com, many calls to many Googled attorneys. Bruce Baskin was our attorney of record. No one wants to be on you take YouTube? Okay, whatever, dude. The, lawyers will love to be on YouTube. They just don't want to be on a loser of a case. Oh, you know someone? Yeah, it. They would need to most likely be out here in California. It's over the attack, but I also may need a labor attorney. So we might need to talk about that. This shit broke me last night. They're using document 117 from the first federal case. I mean, good luck with that. Well, I'll get it. I'll get through this. Um, the idiots have no clue under Deuce's shadow direction. Yeah, he screwed them over. Deuce screwed them over. Mark Feather. In support of this motion, plaintiff petitioner states I made a diligent effort to obtain legal aid, lawyer, Florida bar. Um, financial unable to hire. I'm on disability, and our money is going to finish our house. No, it's not. No, it's not. You guys did a fundraiser and it got embezzled, and you're not doing the complaint against the embezzler. She's the child's income, but never mentioned LMNOP's income and her flea market income. Ooh, ooh! I can't wait to see this. Finish your house, pay for bills, and find care for Harley, our child. We care for it together. You know, you want to know how you can take care of this stuff? You put the damn kid in school, and that gives you a block of time every day where you can do court stuff. That's what that is. And Head Start is free. But she should be. She's 5, so she's kindergarten age. They also use Helm's document as an excuse of why they haven't responded. Oh, that's not going to fly. That is not going to fly at all. He's getting $1,200 a month in Social Security, and if she's getting $1,200 a month, they should be able to pay. That's you're above the poverty line. That's what, $30,000. I do not know how to write anything for the courts. Oh, this is already going to get tossed. As an attorney, as I am not an attorney, so please forgive me. John Cook and I. Oh, so her attachment counts for him too. Okay. Uh, I applied to the courts at the onset of this case for court-appointed counsel. No, this is a different case. This is a different case. And it was determined at that time this was not a complex case. I truly believe that now Your Honor can clearly see this is far more than a complex case, as we are just normal, everyday people who are being falsely accused. Is this a run-on sentence? Oh my God. Okay, so the sentence starts here. It starts here. Where's the period? It goes all the way down to here. Oh my God. What is that? 7 lines? 2, 4, 6, 7 lines. Wow. I truly believe that Your Honor cannot clearly see this far more complex case. We are just normal, everyday people who are being falsely accused of actions we absolutely and adamantly deny for use on YouTube videos to make money off of our humiliation and destruction of our lives and for his monetary gain. We are not in any way capable of defending ourselves against Mr. Hales and his attorney. Then you should have ceased and desisted. You should have ceased and desisted. But remember, you posted, Lynette, that you had an attorney who told you to ignore it. No, you had Marla Hughes and Victoria Munsell and Patty Plummer who told you to ignore it. And you took their advice, and you're an idiot. She's using Harley Grace's Social Security, not her own. Oh, I'm not surprised. Like that's illegal. To not be forthcoming with the court and show everything, that's illegal. There'll be a trial of many witnesses to include experts. How are you going to get experts? You can't afford an attorney. How are you going to get experts? And your expert was already denied. In many exceptional circumstances that Your Honor could not have seen before now, we are not able to deal with this as attorneys for ourselves. No, your attorney fucked you. You are joining the long list of people who've been screwed by an attorney. And we tried telling you that he was an idiot, but you wanted to hear what you wanted to hear. What about all the GoFundMe? Yeah. She. All they have to do, all Jeremy has to do is say, Your Honor, they raised $56,000. She has the means and availability to raise money. Oh, because they claim she's too disabled to attend school and now get extra because she's school age for homeschooling. Oh yeah, they're not homeschooling. That kid's gonna be a dunce, all because of them. Not because she is incapable of learning. They're just not teaching her anything. And that's going to be a big thing. Like, you think I'm done with CPS? Where did my thing go? What? Where did my thing go? You think I'm done with CPS complaints? That child not being in school? Oh, yeah. She's definitely hiding assets. Oh, absolutely. I'm getting a little bit warm. Hold on. There we go. We're also caring for a disabled daughter with special medical needs. That alone is a 24/7 job for us. No, it's not. Stop. That kid is fine. Just has to maintain a diet. That's it. We looked for counsel near us. We are unable to afford to pay for an attorney. And the only person who stood up was Mr. Matskin from Boston. He was threatened and harassed. He wasn't threatened and he wasn't harassed. He did the harassing. I had to tell him to stop contacting me under threat of harassment. I told him, you keep contacting me, I am going to pursue charges on you for harassment. Skipper stripping. That's a totally different show. And I would need a lot more super chats. Threatened harassed his wife was, and he feared coming to Florida, and the expense out of his pocket was way too much of a hardship for him and his family. So, Your Honor, we are here again asking for the courts to appoint an attorney. You're not getting it. It's a civil case. You're not getting an attorney. So we will be able to fairly defend ourselves from all the lies, false allegations against us. I emailed Mr. Shockey yesterday. He did not respond to my email. I'm sure this behavior, of course, he's not going to respond to your email. What is he supposed to respond to? You complaining? Well, this one is the first case, I think. The last 2 years plus court actions and being stalked by Mr. Hales and his friends. No, the only one with a judgment of stalking that has a judgment of stalking against them is you. Just you. And his friends has caused both John and I, my 5-year-old John helps me care for so much anxiety, and we're all going to be getting counseling to help us all cope. With this all, I've combined this as a letter for both us and John. Cannot write like this and does not have the means to do so. I've combined this as a letter for both of us as John just cannot write like this and does not have the means to do so. What? I have no clue what that's supposed to mean. Okay, let's open these other ones. I really don't go through these. Like I normally leave these motions and stuff to the other people covering it. But the reason I'm doing this is because this is a live reaction. I did not get these last night, so I'm get off me. You already caused problems for me. I'm trying to do the show. So okay. Well, I can already tell this is Bruce's because what do we notice up here? There's no Gainesville listed. So this was probably done by Bruce. Civil action, okay. Pursuant to federal rules of federal civil procedure, defendant Michelle Preston moves to set aside default and ask for 21 days to please from the date when the plaintiff files an amended complaint as required by the court's order. It has good cause. I am indigent and unrepresented. This is what right here. This is what is going to undo you for asking for an attorney right here because you have an attorney writing stuff for you. Thank you so much, Dwayne. He says, keep your clothes on.
I like money.
And I agree with you, Dwayne. I agree with you. No one wants to pay me to take my clothes off. Yeah, she filed an extension. Marla did not file. Yep, because they're all dummies. They didn't go get an attorney. We fired our free attorney. Give us another. Yeah, that's the other thing that's going to work against him. He filed to say that they fired him. So the judge is going to say, you had an attorney. I didn't remove your attorney. You fired your attorney. So I am not going to appoint an attorney. Like there's so much working against him on this. He's also suing me in state court and in Ohio. He's not suing you in state court. He's not. No. You sued him in state court and now you're being faced with sanctions. That's what happened. He's not suing you in state court. Like, he's got a protective order in Ohio, and you just keep breaking it. He hasn't sued you in Ohio. Oh, Dwayne has been a member for 1 month.
Hooah!
Thank you. Cook can't reply because he has not cut his toenails for 10 years and can't handle a pencil. You got to be careful about, when you do something in one area, it can affect other stuff later on. And if you box yourself in, he has targeted me and my daughter, now age 5, on YouTube since May of 2023. He hasn't targeted your daughter. He has not targeted your daughter. I lost track of the date I was served because I'm trying to care for my child while all of this is going on. Well, you could have looked at Randy's motion. It told you exactly when you were served. He literally attached that. See, I've dealt with, it's very frustrating because I have dealt with veterans like this. I always tell people, God helps those who help themselves. And I've gotten veterans who've come to me for things where they are, they're like, well, I need help with this. And I'm like, okay, I'll help. And I'll start asking questions. It's, I can't answer these questions. It's like, well, you're going to have to answer these questions. You're going to have to, what it is. And I've told many people when veterans have reached out to me for help, a lot of times they're not ready for help. That when they first reach out to me, and I'll just say, well, this is what you need to do. So get that together and then come back to me. And then 6 months down the line, they'll be in a better emotional place. A lot of it is not that they can't find stuff. It's that they don't want to deal with the emotions tied to things. And you find this a lot with people where money becomes emotional. And people like that are not good for business. You got to find people who they're like, no, I'm going to do what's best for business. And, they put their emotions aside because this is a business decision. It's not a personal decision. And, that's when you put those emotions about money aside. But you see it with things like this. Oh, I can't find when she was served. It was literally just, she's not thinking through this because she's got some type of personality disorder, and everything is and when they're like that, everything is about escalating. For a long time, the things that I'm dealing with, I don't really talk about on the show. I have talked about it a little bit, but I try to de-escalate it, and I don't talk about it that much because that's a way of escalating. Um, I'll talk about it every once in a while, but to calm things. Or like the other day, sometimes it's just to press on those nerves, because you got to do that every once in a while to desensitize. But when your whole world is this, it's not healthy, and it's just going to serve to amp everything up. Checkups from the neck. He has targeted me and my daughter, now age 5, on YouTube. I'm trying to care for my daughter all while this is going on. I'm sorry I missed the deadline because I am not ignoring this or trying to avoid responding. The lawsuit is to fill YouTube stories using me as a character. No, it's not. He gave you a cease and desist. He gave you a cease and desist. You did not cease and you did not desist. You made that choice. This lawsuit is filed to generate YouTube stories. It'll be shown in defense of the claims. Ask for 21 days to file a response on the amended complaint is filed before responding to the existing complaint. Okay, there's that one. No, I don't want to add a signature. I'm looking for. I hate. There. Okay. I'm gonna change my color here. Now, how do I undo that one? Oh, right there. Okay. Again, we're back to filling this all in, written in. Oh, you can, okay. Again, we can tell that it was not Bruce, because what do we have here? Gainesville Division. It's another motion requesting appointment of counsel. It ain't happening. Not happening. Okay, so did she write the same one as John? It looks a little bit different. But guess what this is? More of her writing that can be matched to the signs. Motion 17 had, I don't know why she thought motion 17 had anything to do with her when it clearly says Helms. I mean, I can tell them who told them not to file. Lisa. The woman who says people think she's an attorney. Yeah, the only idiots like Lynette would take her legal advice. Whatsoever she call her and Walrus YouTube content. Exactly. I think Lynette is so obsessive over JH that she's in a constant state of manic ranting right now. Her issues with JH consume every waking moment of every single day. She has no time for anything else. Absolutely. You are 100% correct there, Jan. I'm financially unable to hire an attorney. You had an attorney and you fired them. You had an attorney. Oh, God. Here we go. Derailing.
I know. No, I'm actually here to talk about this. I actually covered this last night, and I threw it all members only because I didn't like the quality of the stream. But yeah, this is such a fuck up, like a major fuck up.
If you haven't subscribed to Slug, you need to subscribe to Slug. Especially since you started talking about it, the floodgates have opened.
Because I'm a lot nicer when I talk about this stuff, no matter where I go. But this is such a bad move on their part. They should have just responded as soon as they got it. It doesn't matter where or when they received notice. because this looks terrible. Like I even said, like none of these are good reasons to avoid responding to a lawsuit.
Yep. Yep. Um, Greg of Scotland says if you look at John Cook's signatures, they're not the same. Fraudulent should be thrown out. I don't think they're going anywhere with these motions. And this reminds me of dealing with my ex. My ex used to get mad at me because I wouldn't do things in the military, and she was like, "Well, my sister does them." I'm like, "Yeah, male male military and female military are treated differently, whether we like it or not." And she was like, "Well, her saying is always to beg forgiveness than to ask permission." And I was like, "You know what the problem with that is? You're always begging." And that's what I see here. They didn't respond. Now they're responding and they're begging for, "Well, will you please reopen it?" It's like, why didn't you just respond, you moron?
I find it insane that it's just they get involved in a second lawsuit and they do not respond in time. It is not how it operates. And then even if you scroll up to the top of the page, they're filing as plaintiff.
Yeah, yeah.
And then subsequently they mention they don't have money, but they have money for a house. Like the house, because if you were in a lawsuit and you really, really, really needed a lawyer, you would forego dealing with the house to get a damn lawyer.
And they've had that home now for several years. You don't think they must have horrible credit, because you think they would go for a home equity loan to buy.
I genuinely would have thought, because they've lived in it multiple years at this point.
Yeah.
So it's livable. So it's not a top priority, because if it was top priority, they would not be doing what they're doing now. You know what I mean?
Asking for lumber for the house instead of a fence.
Like, I don't understand it. Like, I'm not, like, it just doesn't make sense. And for those that want to be like, oh, it's Doc 117, it's this, and that from another case, it's a typo. To be as charitable as possible, it's a typo. Because at the bottom of the same document, they mentioned Doc 17.
Right, right.
This stuff is poorly done. It's very poorly done. And now that they continuously add in the, oh, no one wants to be on YouTube thing, no one wants to deal with the YouTube stuff, that's not a good legal argument. Like, that's...
Yeah. It's a plan to fail. It is a plan to fail. Yeah, her building permit did end on 25 March. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream, Georgie.
I do hope that they actually... I hope they add in, they at least try and get that renewed, because, yeah, I hope that they try and get it renewed in time.
I think they will. And if this was their first permit, they'll probably get a second temporary permit, but they better get to moving on that house.
They better get to moving on paying their land taxes. I'm just saying.
Yep, that's it. I'll be right back. I'm grabbing coffee.
Either way, this stuff is... it just doesn't make sense, and outside of all of it is just very poorly done. And the argument about YouTube doesn't hold up in a court of law. Most juries won't really care about, oh, they're putting this on YouTube. And when you're going up against a person who is a YouTuber, that's part of the territory. Like, if someone...
I said that part. I was agreeing with you.
Yeah. Now, do I think that, like... Now, I will say it's still really weird that there's this deification on both sides of, like, their, I guess, respective favorite person. Because, come on. It's fucking dumb.
It is. Like, I mean, look at this. Like, we are a disabled couple living with a disabled child in my household is separate from John's. Like, none of that matters.
Yeah,
We just share our life due to the child. No one wanted to be on YouTube.
that doesn't matter in the eyes of the court.
No.
Like,
What does that got to do with the price of tea in China? Nothing.
Yet she has a YouTube channel though.
Maybe
that's
Johnny.
not even that. Even that point, it doesn't even affect it because it's like, for one, the whole thing is they're being accused of defamation and doing X, Y, and Z. You have to make a legal argument saying, no, we did not do this, and here's why. That's what they're supposed to be doing.
See what we're saying? She's using the child's social security income, not her own.
This is a
That's-
difference. Sure.
That's
Yep.
what that is. That's Harley's social security income.
Yep. And I believe, well, there is Coogan's Law, which was based off of the child actor Jackie Coogan. Any money that comes in for the child or that's raised for the child, a certain percentage has to be put away for the child. And I don't think they're doing that here.
Obviously not.
I hope they are. I can't prove if they're not, so I'm just going to be as neutral as possible on that. Because unless I see proof.
Good morning, chat.
The judge is getting sick and tired of the constant warnings and paper and Gailey's not going to put up with any stupidity. Oh, absolutely. That's why I said their lawyer screwed them.
Yeah.
He pissed off this judge, and now they have to deal with it. Why are they calling
this
him?
whole case is fucking idiotic.
Why are you calling him Judge Cactus? Is there a new thing I'm not aware of?
No, they just want to, because they're referencing that he just wanted to be a potted plant.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And now he's pissed and prickly.
I've heard better.
She has credit cards in Harley Grace's name?
I would need to see evidence of that, like legitimate evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that feels like if you can't prove that, that should not be said.
We are not, all of us on the show are not saying that's the case, but if someone has knowledge of that occurring, that is crazy.
I think he was just speculating because she did say the last time she filed like this in the first case, she put that she had over $10,000 in credit card debt. So,
what credit card would give her a line of credit for $10,000? Just stupid.
That would be multiple credit cards, I would think.
Yeah, but still,
for it to be over $10,000 worth of debt.
If she has a line of credit $2,000 on one card and a line of credit $2,000 on another, why would you keep opening that? You're never going to get it. And if she has that, again, refinance your home and your land and roll that credit card debt into it. And you rolled into it. Now you're going to pay it down. And then, now you have the ability to then get a loan to finish the house. Again, this is how you make money off of debt.
I can't even understand how this would be spun in a good way. Because I guess the argument would be, oh, see, they have to say this in court X, Y, and Z, but it's like, you're facing a default judgment. And from everything that I read, I guess the standard of proof, or at least a standard for argument, is so much higher than like normal because you didn't do it right the first time. So you're going to have to figure something out.
Yeah, this is the same signature. So the signature is the same.
Plus, most document programs have like a copy paste for signatures, especially on phones.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and she loves using her phone for everything. She
Miss Joan asked, could she actually get a card in HG's name? My mom did it to us kids.
Yeah, you're able to.
Yeah, sadly possible.
But again, it's safer to just be like, we don't have evidence of this. So,
Well, we don't. It's just what someone said,
Speculation.
and if
yeah.
it's true, it's pretty disturbing.
Kippy! Timu Tug has arrived.
Yeah, Timu Tug and Timu Megan.
Oh, I just released some totally real, 100% factual Megan Fox merch. I think I should send it to you on Twitter. It's fucking funny as hell. Let's see. Where is it?
Uh,
Here you go. Just sent it. Yeah.
I'm trying to set something up, and I'm not seeing it. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to do something in the background here.
You're good. I'm playing Call of Duty.
Okay. I think I might have found it.
Okay, this is a shotgun. Time to aim for the head.
Can't do it. Darn it.
See here. But yeah,
Oh, there. That's what I'm gonna do.
still, this whole thing is so poorly managed. And I'm not talking about like on Jeremy's side. It's more just if it's three people that are basically defaulting on a judgment and no one seems to be concerned because for everyone talking about the kid, it's like, hey, if they default on this judgment, it won't really affect Lynette or John because they're elderly. It'll affect the kid. That's that's the biggest thing because that kid is going to have to deal with the financial hardship because she's relying on them.
The judges can issue a default judgment based on what they've done. Now, being that they're doing this motion, the judge will probably say, "Okay, well, I'll stay the default judgment." I could see that.
Though I doubt it though. Just based on the fact that they're not giving a good cause and they're not doing a good defense either. And their reasoning for not at least responding is not accurate. So I'm guessing the likelihood will not be really there.
It's
It's difficult.
all the I have to laugh about that anti what the hell's ecosystem, all those fans, because so much of the stuff that they've been saying is all being proven wrong. All the stuff we've been saying is all being proven right, but yet they just dig their heels in. It's like, okay, you're dedicated to being wrong.
I just wish that people wouldn't get themselves into these situations. It should have never gone past that cease and desist.
We probably shouldn't have mentioned about getting credit cards in Harley Grace's name, because now guess what she's probably going to do?
I don't think she's dumb enough to do that.
Every time one of us say that, she proves us wrong.
I don't. I like to hope for the best.
Facts, ma'am.
Yes, so do we. But every time we say these people can't get dumber, they prove us wrong and they get dumber.
Eh, I'm gonna stand my ground on this one.
Um, I am. Yeah, I'm shocked that they actually filed this. Like, it's just going to drag it on even longer, and that'll just make the losses bigger.
Kofi
Like,
says the child will be taken care of once removed from them. If they lose everything and can't support themselves, the state can come in.
yeah,
The
but that
state
will
should have
take
came
a
in a long
while.
time ago.
Yeah.
It'll take a while for the state to come in, if at all, given that there are parents out there that are homeless and their kids are still with them.
Well, this child though, not going to school, like, granted, she's got an exception for the child being disabled right now, but once it becomes determined that she's not homeschooling the child, that's when CPS, I can see them
Eliminate the school factor from it. Think about the medical factor of it. Being homeless and the child supposedly has a disability that requires 24/7 care. How can they provide her that 24/7 care and the medical needs that she needs from living in a truck? They
Again,
can't.
it's no, I know that, but it's also the fact that the state won't be able to do much unless they fully get involved, and that's going to be hard to even get done because a lot of the times the state is overburdened and yeah.
That's not the case with this though.
Yeah, the state normally doesn't like to remove children from their parents, but that's biological parents. It doesn't matter that this is an adoption. Like there's already been a separation from the parents.
No, I know that. Though at this point it's up in the air because
How did
I just
Harley have a different name in Northport? Easy, Dwayne. Easy. Because people like this, Lynette changes her name frequently. She's going to do that with the children because it's so that they can keep their grift going, but also it's a form of not acknowledging the abuse and like, oh, all the bad things happened under that name type of thing. So it's a disassociation tactic. I did. Bone Crusher was talking about the case. I didn't watch his show, but I saw the headline and he was talking about the case.
at this point there's nothing else anyone's really able to do unless they work for the state. Other than that, nothing's able to really be done.
Bone Crusher is a senile old man. Yeah, this is Bone Crusher.
I got a tree on my house.
Coop says by law the child has to be enrolled in school by February 26th. Not if she's homeschooling. If she's choosing to homeschool, all she has to do is write a letter of intent to the school board. And they can do shit about it.
It is a Gypsy Rose situation. The child does have the condition. It's just Lynette is making it bigger than what it is for sympathy, for money.
She's exploiting the child.
I still don't like the idea of the kid being brought up at all. Even in court documents, it bugs me because it's like the kid's not relevant to any of this.
Oh, I agree, but you see who invoked it this time? It was Lynette.
The parents use her as an income. They use her as a crutch, an excuse for every bad behavior they do. They use that child as the excuse.
Here's one thing I'll say: if people, so Mismatched Menace is saying this, that the 5 years old for kindergarten, 6 for regular. If anyone were to call and say the child's not going to school and try to get a CPS right now, it would not work. Because they'll say, "Oh, we're homeschooling the child," and CPS would be like, "Okay, you have to wait for a while to show that they're not homeschooling and that the child is being developmentally abused."
If there's an actual case, they have to show proof to their caseworker of the homeschool.
Yeah, and with kindergarten, that's not hard to do. We're now into first, second grade. That'll be they need a much more structured thing to do that.
Yeah. Though I will say this, I don't know why, but it's just getting more annoying as time goes on. People are trying to, I guess, theory craft around the kid and then complain about the kid being brought up. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Oh yeah, I do understand that.
So, like, Mike knows some of like my old content going after certain types of people. So I kind of view it as like, I don't, it rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah,
I try to look at it from a mother's standpoint when it comes to her. I want the best for her. And from all of their behavior, it shows that it's not the best for her.
Still,
that is the shame of any CPS thing is they have to literally wait for there to be damage done before
yeah,
they're.
because I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but the American justice system is reactionary rather than proactive.
Yeah, for the most part, yes.
Yeah.
CPS is the same way. CPS will remove a child from a healthy home where the parent made one mistake, but will leave a child in a home like that and don't see anything wrong with it.
So I'm guessing majority of what CPS looks for is if the child is being fed, access to food, access to clothing,
A
X, Y,
clean
and Z.
environment, and that environment is not clean. As a parent who has dealt with CPS myself, I know what rules you have to follow to keep your child.
There's also the discrepancies between different states as well.
Yeah, but there's that
No, I agree. It's still just there may be things that where you're at, they're like, hey, you fuck this up, you're fucked. And down in Florida, it's probably a different rule.
Yeah, see, I think the child will eventually be removed to address Seagirl. I just don't think currently, like if someone were to call today, they won't remove off of the current conditions. What
they
James,
can't even get on the property. She doesn't open the gate and let them in. We
yeah,
saw that from that video.
well, yeah,
They have to
and
have a warrant. At what point are they going to see that?
the child not going to school that could provide that warrant. Like, and also a judge could order, okay, I want the child to be brought in so that her development can be evaluated. So that's what I'm saying. Right now, as it currently stands, CPS won't be able to do anything. A year or two, when the child should be in school and isn't, and their homeschool is failing, that's when I'll see. That's when we could see some action being taken.
Eh, like I'm a bite my tongue because oof, I have real strong opinions against homeschooling because of certain people I've dug into. Hmm.
Some people do a great job. Some people are absolutely scamming the system with it.
Oh,
Yep.
absolutely. And some people become worse than Epstein
Mhm.
through it. It's blood boiling. Let's
And I have to laugh because, like I've got my kid and we're taking a vacation next weekend. And the only thing he wants to do, like, I was like, oh, do you want to go to this amusement park or this? And he's like, no, but he wants to go to these museums. And I'm like, okay, if that's what you want.
Hell yeah. Dude, some museums are actually really fucking cool.
I'll probably do some videos. We're probably going to have some fun.
Hell yeah. Let's see.
I love that
Coop
people
and
are
I
calling.
covered the homeschool part of it, and we looked up the Florida stuff because Alabama's homeschooling laws is different than every other state. My state's laws is all I have to do is file an intent with the county board of education, and I don't have to do anything else. Whereas with Miss Kinley, she does the K-12 program, online public school, and she has to do testing every year to see where she's placed for the following year, if she's going to be redoing her grade or if she's going to go on to the next. I have a freshman.
Oh God. I feel like even the discussion of the kid is not relevant to the case. While it's relevant to like these, I guess, tertiary conversations where they're like theorizing X, Y, and Z, speaking about other things, I still don't see any relevance of the child, whether or not the child is being educated or not, is relevant to the case that Jeremy has against Lynette and John and others.
Not relevant, but John and Lynette are invoking. And
That's true.
That's Jeremy. He talked a little bit about the child, but for the most part has kind of left her alone. It's John and Lynette. Every time something happens, it's, well, we have a disabled child and she requires 24/7 care.
It kind of feels like they're laying it out as bait for people to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it feels like bait, and it just feels off.
Stay off of me, cat. Do you want on camera? Is that what it is?
Yes, because he's the star.
See
I got him a gold chain for Thug Life.
Nice.
He doesn't want to wear it though. He's like,
I'm still trying to make the "My Roomba is also my rascal" shirt. Because I made the "Say Rule 26 one more time" shirt already. I think I sent you the link to it.
I'm going to be out of town the next 2 weekends, and with one of them, I'm going to be with a friend of mine, and I'll tell you where we're going off camera because I don't want to announce it. But I'll probably do some streams from there. But one thing I said, we need to rent some Rascal scooters and just take those all around. Like,
oh God.
And when I tell you where we're going, you're going to be like, okay, I get it.
I have a feeling that I already know, and this is just going to be a whole shit show.
I'll put it in private chat.
Oh God. Oh fuck. Let's see.
Oh dear.
That makes sense.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, that makes a lot of fucking sense. God fucking damn, dude.
Just with rascals just going all around.
Yeah, I hope you get a DUI on a fucking rascal. They're like, sir, you cannot be ramming into the mascots at 2 miles an hour. We get it.
Make a spectacle of myself.
Oh God.
I had a friend that got a DUI on a tricycle in his own front yard.
Good. If you are a grown ass adult riding a tricycle,
you got to understand this dude was just a little bit taller than me. And he was on his son's tricycle goofing around in the front yard, and he
you're
got
like
a DUI.
4'5", right?
4'11".
Got it. 4'4".
So I was talking, because my son is, he's getting he's going to be 16, in the very near, well, not the very near future, but in the near future. And I told him, I said, you need to start thinking now about, saving up for a car, paying your car insurance, all these things that come with driving, right? And I was telling him, like, a lot of kids your age go and they get a job. I go, but you should probably think about starting your own business. And I talked to him about, you can play online games, build up characters, and then sell them. That's one thing that people do.
Ooh, that's an interesting prospect. The reason why I say it's interesting, it's not because it's a bad thing. It's just it comes with, like, how do you report that on your taxes? Would it just be, you know what I mean?
I mean, it's technically a business, but it is it like there are ways to do it. Like he could do it underneath the banner of my business, which is a family-owned business. So then he can get paid and doesn't need, like, there's certain taxes that don't need to be withheld and stuff like that when it's a child working for a family-owned business.
Okay.
So there's options, but I was just giving him these so we can start thinking about it. And I gave him
Yeah.
another one this week, and I told him, I said, we get a lot of tourists out here.
Oh
This is a
God.
big tourist area. So I go, tourism is always a big way to make money. People will spend more money when they're visiting somewhere than that they would ever spend staying at home. So I told him, I go, here's one that's very low overhead that you could do, and I would help with. And I said, we could negotiate with a couple of the grocery stores here to get old tomatoes that they can't sell and make up a board. And I've got a headset and a microphone. And I go, you can sell bushels or little baskets of tomatoes for people to throw at me as I roast them.
No, I think you'd make more money having a system, and I think you could have someone program it and turn it into a live stream thing where people donate to it and they're able to then activate like a little launcher for the tomatoes as you're like trying to do like normal things, and there will be multiple launchers that you are basically, you leave a super chat and it says L1 or L5.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
And
well, that's very doable. It is.
yeah.
So I'm not, like, I'm just giving him ideas so he can kind of figure out what he wants, but to show him that, look, there's opportunities out there. There are ways to make money, just by using your brain.
Yeah.
There's always claw machines and vending machines as well.
Yeah, but that's like a pretty, how much is an investment into that?
A machine will probably cost anywhere from $500 to a couple $1,000, depending on how fancy you want to get it. The hard part with that is putting it somewhere that's going to be foot traffic.
Yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong, but there are certain areas that have like it's sectioned off for one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I tried doing that when I was on the PTO, but there's restrictions. Like, you can't do a soda machine at the school because California has dietary restrictions of what can be sold in the school.
Which is fair. Because
I've got no problem with it. I'm just like, I looked into it. Okay, we can't do it.
Let's see here.
Right, Coop? How did we go from getting financial advice from Jeremy Hales to Slug?
People forget that I have 2 degrees.
But you're just a baby.
I'm just a little guy.
You essentially are doing your own business.
Yeah. Though a lot of my business is editing for adult entertainers.
Still counts.
True. They pay well. They pay very well.
Laundromat.
Though I was going to save this.
The problem with laundromats out here is we don't have a sewer system. We have septic systems,
Ew.
and there's obviously chemicals with the laundromat.
No,
And
she's saying place the games or the in the
The machines there, yeah.
a lot of the owners put them there themselves and keep that money.
I was gonna kind of save this for the spam trip, but I'll kind of announce it now to kind of build up hype. I still got a Gina Carano figure mint condition that I was planning to drop off at Jeremy's during my spam trip. This thing right there, still mint condition from when she got fired. So
She's gonna win her lawsuit.
I don't know really, because
because it's here in California, and California protects political speech. You can't be fired for
that is
political-
true.
So,
But where was she when she made the statements?
well, that doesn't matter. What matters is she was. So her employer was here in California,
Yeah.
and she was fired in California. So that's what matters for it. That, and it's being bankrolled by Elon, so she's got a pretty much unlimited well of. And I think Elon's doing it. I think he's trying to depress the Disney stock, which it's already at 85. I started buying Disney stock because I think Elon's trying to buy a controlling interest. So it's on my buy list, and I'm going to keep buying it until Elon does what I think he's going to do.
So given the recent stuff involving Elon, this leads into also another thing I want to bring up because I find it very interesting and hypocritical. But so Elon, given his recent actions doing the Sieg Heil, it's so his whole possibility of even theory of trying to buy Disney is not going to happen, given the fact that the guy might not be able to even keep Twitter, given one, how bad Tesla stocks are doing right now. Because he leveraged his buyout of Twitter off the Tesla stocks. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
No, he did. He did.
So where's that money going to come from if he can no longer keep Twitter?
Well, Twitter's now worth more than when he purchased it. So,
True.
Because he's done a pretty good job monetizing it. I really, with leveraging, again, this goes back to using debt to make money. The fact that he leveraged his things, as long as he makes the bills for the Twitter loans, he'll be fine. The banks could try to renegotiate based on the Twitter stock or the Tesla stock, but I don't know if that would also be advantageous to them, because he could also say, okay, well, I'm just going to pay it off. You're not going to leverage anything. And now you're not going to get that money, that you normally would get, not in perpetuity, but over the life of the loan.
Okay.
But I think he just, because with Disney, you don't need much for controlling interest. Like 5%, I think, is what ABC owned as its parent company.
True. Though I just kind of view it as just a publicity stunt.
I mean, it could be.
Yeah.
I think he has ideas for Disney, and that's why he wants it. And the fact that Disney right now is just being run as a dumpster fire only just plays right into his hand.
Though Disney does have its multiple, multiple different ways of how it makes money from the parks, from the content, and other avenues. alongside that, I believe they have their own engineering department as well for
Uh,
like different inventions and shit.
they they have what's it? The parks are their bread and butter. That's where they're making money right now.
Yeah.
That's the most profitable part of the company. They've been selling off a lot of the other assets like ESPN and stuff that haven't been making them money. Uh, they uh, they do have their merchandising, and that's a pretty strong arm. And then they do other types of like CGI and stuff like that for other studios that do make money.
Yeah, through Industrial Light and Magic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that's what right now is profitable. They're really gambling. The big gamble I think is Marvel with these next movies coming out that they think they're going to make a lot of money off it. Because Marvel here recently hasn't not been making a lot of money. Captain America,
Yeah,
like
it's
barely
just
back.
they
So
tried mixing a lot of different storylines for that, and it feels because if they were going to go with the original comic, yeah, it had a lot stronger allegories of like, oh, a lot of people saying we don't like a black Captain America and just literally trying to kill the guy over that. But then they turn it into this, oh, we need to fight over adamantium in the ocean. Like, if this feels more like a Hulk story because of the Red Hulk introduction. It feels like it's not meant to be anything other than a Hulk story. We have
yeah,
more Hulk adjacent characters like the leader and Red Hulk and all of that, but you shoehorn Captain America. What
and
the
I
fuck?
I would have just been happy had it been a Falcon, like just called it the Falcon.
Yeah.
Because then you wouldn't have had like you could have started off because of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier started off with him as Captain America and then him finding his own way. I would have been completely fine with that. Um, I didn't like that Red Hulk was only in the last 15 minutes. I didn't like a couple of the things they did with Red Hulk. But you're right, they can't use Hulk um, and the Hulk stories because if they do it, they have to do it with Universal. Uh,
Yeah.
that's why they're injecting the Hulk stuff into these other ones. But I'll tell you one thing that Disney, like they've been doing these cash grabs of taking the animated movies and putting them into live action. Here's what they should do. They're not going to get Johnny Depp back as Captain Jack Sparrow. So what they should do is do it in reverse. Take the Pirates of the Caribbean, reboot it now as animated, and then you could
You have the same type of level. And
yeah.
even on that, I just feel like, for example, I'm going back to Marvel because it's always fun seeing people cry about wokeism, DEI, and I'm like, in the comics, all this is like an objective fact. Comic books are always fucking political. They've
Yeah.
been that way since they've started. Captain America punched out Adolf Hitler. That's literally,
The Klan.
yeah. And
Yeah.
you know, the writers back then got death threats for saying Nazis are bad and the Klan is bad.
The only problem I have, oh, Georgie's back, I think. Uh, the oh no, it's Coop.
Holy, can't hear anything. What
Oh
happened?
god,
Oh, I got to
the
plug my
old
mic
people.
in. Hold on,
The
guys.
old people are here.
That's probably why I can't hear anything. Where'd Georgie go? She tells me to come in here and then she leaves.
Haha.
She
But
doesn't want to talk about comic books.
but it's such an annoying thing because they
There.
have full storylines that actually go through these major, like, these are like the allegories that they are trying to make about like, oh, racism, discrimination, all that. They have storylines already made that are well done.
Movie is going to be called Spider-Man: Brand New Day, which was the worst Spider-Man comic ever. Like people
Yeah.
that comic, and I'm like, why would you do that?
Yes,
Well,
Miss Mary, I am still here.
it still depends on how they're going to go with it, because I think they're going off of a titling sequence, because it was what Homecoming, God damn. Like there's a lot of different titling
Yeah.
themes. Oh, sweet. I got the stupid reactions happening. God damn it. Fucking hell, Apple. So, I don't know. It's just they have actual good writers for their comics that can easily be translated over to the movies, but it's just so annoying. Like we could have had a real Planet Hulk movie. Imagine.
So apparently they're going to be doing that in the Avengers Doomsday.
Oh god, Avengers Doomsday is going to be interesting because
Clips being leaked of the Hulk family.
So who thinks Robert Downey Jr. is going to come back as Iron Man?
I think they might do Superior Iron Man, which is his best version because he just leans into the sociopath element of his character.
They
Seen
leaked
the other
footage-
day they've got him dressed up in a gold suit now.
They leaked footage of Chris Evans as Captain Hydra.
Where did my cord go?
What are
There
the
it is.
sources on that?
So they showed clips at one of the Disney things, and someone snuck in a camera.
See.
yeah, there's footage. There's leaked footage of it's a Doom's world where Stephen Strange is like Doctor Doom's
Yeah.
right hand.
Oh yeah, because they're pulling off of Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars, which is really good. It's still just I don't know. I don't think they'll be able to pull it off unless they really focus on giving a good story. Because we know nothing about Molecule Man. We know nothing about like how the incursions are going because we only got one fucking moment in it in fucking Multiverse of Madness.
The problem I have with Disney, like I hated Beauty and the Beast because it was exactly the same movie as the cartoon, and it all it did was remind me is how good the cartoon is and how shitty the live action was. I'll tell you one movie they could make some real money and build off the fandom is if you remember the movie The Black Cauldron, which was like this Dungeons and Dragons animated movie that Disney did like in 83, 84. And if they redid that as a live action, because a lot of Disney people are not familiar with it, and you could totally make it better than what the cartoon was.
Yeah, it's just the writers suck because we've had really good writers for like the comics. For example, Miles Morales was introduced perfectly, a really good character. But then we get Riri Williams that's poorly written, poorly just implemented. And that's what gives this whole argument of, oh, if you add a black character, it's bad. It's like, no, people just want good characters.
Yeah.
And then you have the people that argue in bad faith that are just like, oh no, I need to keep my grift going and crying about the woke and so I'm able to pay my bills.
You know about that woke stuff, don't you?
Well, I'd rather not be deported given the fact I am Latino.
You is woke, ain't you?
Yeah, what's the issue with it?
What's the issue?
I always love having these debates because I love seeing how people define what's bad about it.
So answer my question though.
Sure.
What is good about it?
I believe that if you're able to give representation or at least the voice to those that have been historically fucked over, I feel like that's pretty good.
That's not being woke. That's just being a good person.
Then,
being woke is them idiots trying to cancel people over stupid ideology.
Then wouldn't that also apply to both sides of the political aisle?
I've never tried canceling anybody, and I'm
not-
diehard conservative.
No. I'm not saying you have. I'm saying that it has happened on both sides.
Oh yeah,
Such as-
I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah, so both sides are woke technically because both sides participate in this cancel culture stuff.
To a point.
Like,
Liberals will go after somebody based off of absolutely nothing. Conservatives will most likely go after somebody based on solid proof that this person is an idiot.
I have an example to contradict that. So,
which is what?
Sarah is censored on Twitter. Mike knows who I'm talking about. She made a whole thread and series of tweets involving a liberal content creator named Harry Sisson. The whole controversy was a man in his 20s is sexting multiple women. There is no illegal activity, no grooming of underage individuals, nothing illegal, nothing morally wrong either. Yet she is painting him out as a pedophile, painting him out as a rapist, painting him out as a criminal for sexting women.
I don't know who you're talking about. If I knew who you're talking about and I had more information
Mike
on it,
can either confirm or deny what I'm talking about.
I did give an accurate description.
I follow Sarah, and I did see the stories, and I did comment on some of them. Like, he didn't do anything illegal or immoral, but it's definitely something that there is, especially a group of feminists who, if someone who was conservative, they would absolutely have a problem with it. And that, I think that's what was her point. But yeah, she was putting that stuff up and trying to
cancel the guy.
Is she a feminist? Is she a feminist?
No, she's a very Republican individual, Republican state delegate and precinct chair. She's very right wing.
But I will say this: she also has been very hard on Ashley St. Clair, like with Ashley doing all the stuff with Elon and whatnot.
Yeah.
So she I don't want to say she's fair, but she will do it to both sides if she feels.
Yeah. She is an example of someone doing cancel culture. You know what I mean?
I do want to get your reaction on this. There we go.
What the flying fuck is this?
Hold on, let's just watch it.
My husband got me, my little sister, and my best friend pregnant all at the same time. You heard that right. Okay? So we all find out that we're pregnant. Me, my little sister, and my best friend. We all find out we're pregnant like within a week and a half of each other. Our due dates are all in the same week. Same week. Okay? My little sister says it's her boyfriend's baby. Great, cool, sounds good. My best friend says it's like her booty call's baby. Okay, no problem, girl, no judgment here. Let's just go, right? We do everything. We're doing everything together, right? We're going shopping for baby stuff. We're making our baby registries. We're doing the whole thing together. And we are planning a baby shower, right? A baby shower. And I'm like, okay, well, let's invite your men. Let's invite the baby daddies. Bring it on, right? And my sister's boyfriend.
Oh, chat, help. Grandma Megan is here to yell at me.
Because, surprise, surprise, he was out of town. He was out of town when she got pregnant. And my best friend's booty call says that he wants a DNA test because she could have been sleeping with anyone, pretty much. So they do a DNA test. Turns out neither of those guys are the father of their babies, right? So I'm like, well, who else could it be? Who are you guys sleeping with? Like, let's just So we're at the baby shower. I still don't know. I don't know who the baby daddies are because they haven't told me. So we're there with our whole family around us. And the room, it's at my mom's house. I walk into the laundry room. There's my husband making out with my best friend.
And I will guarantee that one of those three women are still with him.
I'm just gonna show this real quick. Where's the button?
And that was posted with "We need Jerry Springer back," and I can't disagree with that.
Here you go, Mike. Pull this up because I feel like Megan will greatly appreciate this.
Hold on.
There you
Switch that.
go. Get your 100% real Megan Fox merch. Totally real. It comes in pink.
Oh, and by the way, I do agree with Megan on the homeschooling. Any schooling done properly is in my book a good thing.
While we have Megan here, I'd love to get her take on of Coop and Georgie being Timu Tug and Timu Megan.
Yes. We are the Timu crew. I am Timu Tug. Georgie is Timu Megan.
Chat, Megan won't get me. She still has to ride up the wheelchair since she threw her back out.
Does that make me Timu Slug?
Yeah, you're Timu
The
Slug.
fuck does
There
that
you go.
make me? What the fuck?
I'm the Timu version of you.
Oh God.
Or you're or you could be the Timu version of Shizzy.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Well, you both are bald.
I'm not bald. I have hair.
No, I said Mike and Shizzy.
Oh, Shizzy's bald? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's not bald. He's got hair.
For now.
Tug brought it up the other. Well, Susan and Dwayne brought it up to Tug the other night, and Tug flat out said, "Run with it, run with it." I would. Holy hell!
I know. Oh God. I need
There,
my
Timu
glasses
Megan's
again.
back.
Oh God. The elderly.
She's not much older than you are, young man.
No, I know. I'm gonna make fun of the old people.
We got almost 150 people watching on X. Make sure you follow Coop and Slug on X as well.
Don't worry, Chad. I only set fire to buildings on Tuesdays. At direct direction of Coop, if police are watching, Mr. Coop directly tells me to set buildings on fire. That is legally viable.
Yeah, go for it. By the way, Mike, you're not getting away today, bud. You're going to you're going to help me.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy, Grandpa needs help.
That I cannot figure that thing out to get it hooked to my microphone whatsoever.
Get the physical ones.
I need an old person sound.
Princess looks more like a prince to me.
Back's still out. It's okay, Grandma. I manifested you getting a wheelchair. Maybe you'll get the... Also, chat, Megan blamed me for her back going out. She's like, you caused this somehow. I'm like, the hell did I do?
Oh, Slug gets blamed for everything.
I feel like it's racial profiling.
On my little mini vacation, when we rent a rascal, I'll give a review. So in case if any of the people want Skipper reviews a rascal.
Yeah, buddy.
Breaking news, Skipper's on a rascal. Woo!
And I was just watching the movie Role Models.
Oh God.
I love that movie. And I love the woman who's on a rascal and she has a horse head on the front, like she's doing the LARPing at the medieval fair.
Jesus. The fact that I have a date on Monday is sad. God damn it.
Now Megan said her back's still out. Oh man, I know that pain, girl. I feel sorry for you. I hope you get better. It sucks.
I'd say I know how you feel, but it's called not having bad bones.
Well, I've got one of those sciatic nerve things that pop up, flare up every once in a while. And I'll tell you, I don't wish that on anybody. That stuff is absolutely miserable.
Oof. It's okay, Megan. One day they'll have exoskeletons and you'll be like a little... I don't know why. You'll be like those mice in laboratories.
Oh, look at there.
I thought this was dead. This is dewberry.
Your weed plant lives?
And look at that. I thought it was dead. I'd given up on it, and I got a little bit of green coming. So
there you go.
So I've got some dewberry.
Mike, do not send Megan an invite. She will yell at me for calling her old.
Too late.
Now, are you keeping that plant outside, Mikey, or you got it in the house?
I've got it in the house. I was told, because it gets so hot here, I was told the dewberry and the loganberry I bought, I was like, I think they're dead. I don't know. And the guy at the nursery, he said, they probably are too hot here. So that's why I'm keeping it in the house. And today's actually a really cool day, so it'll be good for them. But yeah, I think they were just getting too much sun where I had them. My raspberries are doing good, and those need direct sunlight, so they're doing good.
Now, when they were getting too much sun, they were outside or inside?
They were inside. I just had them sitting in the windowsill. And when I thought they were dead, I got raspberries. I put those in the windowsill, and I had to move the dewberry out of it because there wasn't enough room. And that's when I got that growth. So I'm like, okay, probably just too much sun, too much heat.
Yeah, just set it down on the floor just below the window where it's not getting direct sun, but it's still getting a little bit of vitamin C.
That's exactly what it was.
Those little glass balls that have the long stem on them, they're automatic feet waters.
Balls.
Put one of them in there, you'll be good to go. Check it every other day.
Hey, Mike.
I have 3 of them. They're just in my other plants, so I'm going to go to the store and get a few more.
There you go.
Honestly,
You'll nurse it back
those are
to
pretty
health.
good. Yeah. Also, Mike, did you hear about Discord being sued?
Yes. I heard it's over child trafficking. Is that true?
So I have a video coming out sometime today. You can show my camera. It's completely fine. I also sent you the document. This is a 45-page complaint, and I actually read through it. I didn't have it summarized. I read through this shit. Turns out Discord is being alleged of consumer fraud because they promise safety features for child users, and they directly promise these to parents. And they reference incidents where multiple children were raped by pedophiles after being groomed on the service. And New Jersey's like, fix your shit or you're completely fucked. And oh boy.
Interesting. I will be following that one. I love following some of these big cases.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a massive case if it goes to trial because for one, this is also the same type of complaint and lawsuit that was levied against Meta and TikTok.
I need to find more California cases, especially in Southern California, so I can like go and report on them. Maybe the Menendez brothers. That one's like the only one really happening that's of interest.
Why the fuck is all this censored?
I think there's going to be a lot of people.
What the fuck is this? Ah, yes, I would love to understand what's going on here. Bro. Let's see. Then we go here. Because they reference a California case where I love that these are the court documents they released to the public. Ah, yes. So here's what happened at... And then... That's all that happens. And Discord didn't do anything to stop. Like the fuck?
When I do have a video to show.
Lord.
Comes from Coop's. This comes from Coop's Ring doorbell.
Chat, we're gonna see Coop drunk. Coop, you need to stop drinking, dude. You're falling over.
Imagine seeing this on your ring. I'm not answering that door.
It's
Those
just a
just-
puppy.
Those
You'd be
just
cold,
look
they're
like
cold.
You guys would be surprised how much this happens in Florida.
those look like normal Cuban women.
He said, "I'm just a puppy. I'm cold. Let me in."
Oh
So,
boy,
chat, when
literally
Georgie
came
dies
home
by
the
a
other
gator.
day to an alligator in his house the other day. He broke through the screen door, and when he came home, alligator was in his kitchen.
It's the dog distribution system. I can't say anything else.
See, out here we don't have alligators, but we do have snakes, and that's why I'm glad my house sits up a little bit, because it's harder for the snakes to try to come in.
The
I can
snakes
deal
are
with an
snussing.
alligator a lot better than I can deal with a snake. You can have them snakes.
I should maybe I'll do a stream at night where I take my black light and go outside and we can find some.
How much cum will you find outside, Mike? Come on.
I'm not turning the black light on in my bedroom, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know. You'll somehow find it on the ceiling.
Oh,
Written
Mikey.
words written. Help me.
I don't think we ever got the insight from Megan on the Temu crew thing.
Yeah, she hasn't answered yet.
She might not have heard you with mouth over there.
Georgie's very loud. Thank you, Coop.
I did send her a link on Twitter if she does want to come in and yell at Slug.
Why me? The fuck did I do?
You keep calling her old.
Am I wrong?
Yes, I think
she's like what, 60?
No, I think her and I are like 2 years apart. I know me and Jeremy.
I think out of the 5 of us, I'm probably got the age gap on all y'all. I mean, I'm the oldest, so
How's
she's
the
a
retirement home?
Her and Skipper are pups. You don't talk about old. I'm old.
Well, we do know you are old.
Yes, I am.
Yes,
and I don't hide it. I don't hide it. I'm not in a closet. Okay, I'm out fully.
Congrats on coming out. We support you, Coop.
Yes, yes.
Are you going to slay?
What? You make no sense, son. That's some of that slug humor, boys and girls.
He's using all the words.
Nobody gets it but himself.
He's
there you go, Mikey.
Ohio Skibbity Riz.
That's the screenshot that was sent to us.
Oh.
Well, hold on. Let me edit it so you can see it better.
No, I got it. I'll put it up here.
Chat. Megan can barely walk. She will not throw salt at me. I'll just go up a flight of stairs.
You can't see it.
That's what I'm saying. I was going to edit it so you could see it.
I thought we
take
could.
Me a second.
Hold on. I'll. If I download,
I was going to shrink it up, take all that dead space off of it. There. That should be a lot easier to see right there. I'm so used to doing this with Georgie on the fly. I get pretty fast at it. Now it should be able to be seen. I cannot remember who sent that to me, but it was pretty funny.
Coop and Georgie is the low IQ Timo version of Megan and Tug.
Chat, help. Megan locked me in the basement again.
We still have 150 people on X. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.
Yes, yes, yes. You on the Rumble Dungeon too?
I am, yeah.
All right.
There was only
finally
last I checked on Rumble.
Finally got Georgie on the Rumble, doing her thing. You can't grow if you don't put anything out there.
Oh, there's some right wing drama going. Political Palm is
Oh
got
boy.
a strong action figure, and it says, "Let me teach you about America." It's got a map of Malaysia because he's in Malaysia.
Oh, Ian Miles Chong, that idiot.
Now, Slug, I've got a guy that I've been watching for years on YouTube, and he's on Rumble. I think you get a kick watching his show. He's got a big following. Salty Cracker. He's a diehard conservative. You might get a kick out of watching him. He likes that shock jock mentality like you do.
Sorry, I was looking at fat ass Latina women. What happened?
Salty Cracker. I think you'll
Okay.
get a kick out of his show.
Let's see. Salty Cracker. Oh.
He's on both Rumble and YouTube. I watch him all the time.
Okay, chat. We're going to learn what makes Coop laugh. Huh. Let's
He's
see.
arrogant and in your face, just like you like to try and be.
Well, I'm usually arrogant and in people's faces when I'm like going after them for criminal act.
He migrated over to Rumble back during the COVID shit when everybody was getting censored on YouTube. But
I'm trying.
Here, I'm gonna show you guys this. This is new growth right here and here on my avocado tree.
hey now.
When I put it in, it went through some shock, and the bunnies got to a lot of these lower stalks where you can see where they bit stuff off. But I've got new growth, and when I transplant my lemon tree, which by the way, I got lemon, I will be.
Why do you look exactly like the lemon? No, seriously, put that on the big screen. You and the lemon look identical. What the fuck?
So
what
what'd you
the
use it
hell,
for,
Mike?
Mikey? Did you
wind fuck the lemon?
What'd you wind up using it in?
His ass?
The lemon?
Yeah. Did you? I mean, you're talking about what you should use it with.
Nothing yet. I think I'm gonna make Southern sweet tea and just chop
Nah,
up.
do a key lime
Oh,
pie.
there you go.
Did the Yankee just say he was gonna make Southern sweet tea?
Yes, and I do have a pound of sugar, so I can make it right.
I gotta
Just a
get my
pound?
diabetes liquid.
Just a pound.
I got the diabetes. You know, that's what I need is Wilford Brimley saying on the soundboard, diabetes.
God. I
Now, growing
also
up, my mom always made sweet tea the day before, and she would make it in a big giant pot. 5-pound bag of sugar, stick it in the freezer. Next morning, we all got up, and the tea was sitting right on the counter. You just went up with your glass, took the ladle, filled it up, and it sat there thawing out all day long. Now that's diabetes in a pot.
Diabetes.
chat put a 1 in chat if I should make Megan a nice walker I can drop off with the Legos.
So my buddy has a theory of, because next year I'll probably get avocados, and he's like, you should use that to meet women locally. Just post up, hey, I'm harvesting avocados. Who wants some?
Mike,
There you go.
Mike, that's not gonna work.
I guess we run Megan off.
Yeah, I don't blame her. She's probably like, great, they're talking about avocados again.
I don't think that would work. I just want to go. A friend of mine thinks it'll.
I could see Mike attempting it just for fun, but actually working, hell no.
You know, that's one thing I've never eaten. I've never tried an avocado. I've never tried avocado dip. And I, love Mexican food, but I've never tried it. I just can't get over that thought of putting something green in my mouth like that.
Have you had lettuce?
Yeah, but
Then you've had something green.
It just, I don't know. that mixed up in avocado dip, I've never tried it. I'm gonna have to break down one of these days and try it. Mama loves avocado dip.
That's guacamole is great. I do love guacamole.
Yeah, there you go. Guacamole.
I'm
That's what I was
just
trying to
shocked.
think of. I couldn't figure it out there for a minute.
Oh,
Georgie, you
God.
like guacamole?
No.
Greg,
Ew. What the hell? Why not? It's good.
She don't like a lot of normal stuff.
Yeah. I think there's a height requirement for most food.
Now, Georgie may have had boiled peanuts. I don't think she is.
Sorry,
I
I'm
don't
not
think she's
interested in being friends with
far
midgets.
enough.
Piss me off.
I don't think she's far enough south. She may have had boiled peanuts.
Ah, so she likes her nuts warm?
Shut
Have
up,
you ever
Slug.
Have you ever had boiled peanuts?
Yes.
warm and a
I
little
was
salty.
raised in Alabama. Of course, I've had. Shut up, Slug.
Blame Mike.
Blame Mike. You're the one who won't shut up.
Dead air. Dead air.
Did he freeze?
No, I didn't. I just stood still.
God, I wished he would have froze.
Yeah, so does my ex-wife.
I wish somebody would throw the salt at this dude already.
That sounds like you're racially profiling me.
Listen, you little Gen Zer. Me throwing salt at a slug has nothing to do with racial profiling.
It feels like I'm being racially profiled.
Quit crying.
Mike out here showing titties on the timeline.
Mittens here says 10 out of 10 wood nailer, and I agree.
I agree too.
See, if I'm not derailing things with the soundboard, I'm doing it with Twitter.
Chat, saying I'm disgusting is just saying Mike's disgusting too. We say the same dumb shit.
Yeah, but Mike's funny.
I understand it's racial profiling. I get it.
I'm funny looking. I look like a lemon, apparently. Call me Lemonhead.
Looking at the lemons.
Photoshop that lemon and put my face, like put it as my head.
Send me that picture. Send me that picture. I'm gonna do that.
Freaking crazy.
See
Drives me
here.
nuts.
Oh, Mike, you will get a huge fucking kick out of this. So, at my university, there is a organization called the College Republicans, and I did not join mainly because I don't even join the college Democrats. I don't do like the political affiliation in person.
Try to get them to sign up to every Democrat cause.
No, this is funnier. Some of the women have been flirting with me from that. I'm like, why? Like, I'm not even joking. It's not even like, oh, I don't know what they're saying. It's like they're actively being like, hey, let's go out sometime.
So
emotional damage.
It's a tactic.
Emotional damage.
This is what
I have buttons too.
So what cults do to get you into the cult is they'll send their female attractive members to come talk to you and then be like, why don't you come to one of our meetings? And that's how they pull you in. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do to you as a Republican. We're trying to pull you.
Okay, chat. We are now editing Mike as a lemon. Also, I hope you all enjoyed Megan and Tug riding into the sunset on their Roombas. It was the best you could ever do. Let's see. So we're now going to grab this thing right here. fucking load, Photoshop. What the fuck? God fucking damn it.
Exterminate.
There we go. So now, grab that. Okay.
Peace be with you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Jesus, Mike, house.
Fucking damn it. I fucked it up. Gotta zoom in. Jesus fucking Christ.
You got to give my face more of the yellow hue, so I look like orange.
I'm just trying to at least blend it in right there. Then we're going to do boop, 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 boop.
I
boop.
forgot all about that one, Georgie. That is
I did it.
favorite. That is my favorite one.
And it's appropriate because it's Holy Week.
Meanwhile, you got somebody on here that keeps dropping the GD very disrespectfully, but hey, whatever.
I think Mike's heard that more in the military than anyone. Let's see here. Ah, fuck. I'm going to have to do it side by side.
You gotta
I'm
make
able
him
to get
yellow.
it blended. I have to blend it in first.
Hmm?
Yeah, I like that one better. Yes, more colorful.
Okay, nope. Nope. Okay. Now I'm able to figure out where I'm going to go with this. Adjustments. Fuck. Okay.
I'm loving this. Oh, you had it there for a second. It looked really good.
Yep. Now I'm able to blend it in properly.
Yeah, the one side of my face looks good. The other one you got to blend.
Yep. Don't worry, I'll turn Lemon Mike into a whole set of merch for you. This is how I'm spending.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you remember lemonparty.org? Do you remember that?
Oh God, what the fuck?
You need to be join Mike's Lemon Party. www.lemonparty.org.
Don't do it. No, come on, Mike. The boomers will fall for it.
Don't go to that website. Whatever you do.
God damn, dude. Come on.
People are now going to do it out of curiosity.
Yeah, have them search up blue waffles too.
The angry lemon. He's gonna give the angry orange a run for his money.
Chat, if you cash at me $50, I will not curse for an hour. I'd have to put my Cash App in the chat, but I'm too lazy to. I'm making lemons. Okay, there we go. This one looks better.
Have a good one, Linda.
There you go, Mike. Let me merge this down. Then we're going to remove the background. Let's see. Let's see. Select subject. You know the most annoying part about this fucking thing touts like, oh, the AI tools will make your shit so much easier. No, it won't. It adds extra work because I gotta fix it every
here
time.
we go. Now we're on the AI shit. AI is just another tool, just like you sitting in front of your microphone, your computer, your whatever. It's another tool. I don't want to hear no bitching about
It ain't
AI.
bitching. I'm just saying it's a tool to be used. I agree. I just don't agree with using it as the sole tool for creativity.
You got to tell it what to do. So there's your creativity.
Not really. It runs off of stolen data, such as actual artwork, actual music. So it steals from people. So it's an ethical dilemma.
Oh, if it was stealing, you don't think they'd be in court?
Actually, there are a few that are being sued right now. Let me actually pull those up.
I mean, my God, you should see the stuff that's been posted in the hate group. These
Let's
guys are
see
going
here.
absolutely nuts over the action figures of Lynette.
Let's see.
Have you seen them, Mikey?
Yeah, I have. They're pretty funny.
I
Here we
mean, there
go.
are so many of them. It's just unreal.
Here you go. So New York Times versus OpenAI, and they are alongside Microsoft, basically for unpermitted use of Times articles to train ChatGPT large language models.
Have they won?
It's still in the courts.
It's still in the court where it's going to be.
It's still a
For
pretty
years.
because you know how AI works. Like they need data sets to be able to generate anything.
Right.
And these are data sets that usually don't have permission to be used. Like on YouTube, there's been a huge issue of AI training models being built off of people's videos without compensation or permission.
Right. And then all these little nut jobs that want to argue fair use. Well,
fair
you can't
use
have it
is
both ways. You want to sit there and argue fair use, and then you want to turn around and say it's illegal for AI to be using fair use.
Well, AI is not human. That's the thing. Fair
but a
use
human is
applies to
controlling it.
humans.
A human is
But a
controlling it.
human is not making the thing. That's the thing. That's the issue here. A human directly is not making the product.
Okay, Georgie, let me ask you a question. You use ChatGPT to write songs, do you not? Georgie.
Oh, Mike, I should send you the picture so you can use it.
You're muted, Georgie.
I have this stream set up to redirect for those on YouTube. It's going to redirect to Just Jay. So as soon as we go off, and he's in a half hour, he's going to be on. So
here you go, Mike. You just got you holding lemon, Mike. Do whatever you want with it. But to expand on your point, Coop, I like having ChatGPT write the lyrics. Unless you make alterations such as changing the entirety of the wording of the lyrics, that's not something you made. That's something that the AI just spat out.
This is where you're wrong.
Okay.
Okay, here you go to ChatGPT's website, okay? And just sit back like this and don't type anything. Just yell at your screen and say, "Make me a song about this," and see what happens. It's going to stay white on the screen. It's not going to make you anything. You have to literally type in what you want it to do. So you are creating the song. It's just adding stuff to it.
That's not the same.
Tool. It's an aid.
It's a tool. I agree, but using it solely for whatever creation, quote unquote, or anything that you put out, that's not the same thing as actually doing. For example, like with the Photoshop thing that I did, that in itself is using AI as a tool. Like what the image I just made of Mike. That in itself is using AI as a tool because I am not using it solely to replace what I'm doing. I'm not having AI just put his face on there. I had to manually cut out his face. I had to color it. And then I blended it in. However,
Exactly.
my argument is when people that use AI solely, such as having ChatGPT write the whole song and not add in your own lyrics, have it just write the song, copy and paste, and put it into Suno. That is all AI, no human creativity, none of that.
You're wrong, because you have to tell that Chat GPT to create something. You have to tell
But
it.
are those
This is what I
lyrics
want.
yours?
This is what.
Have you ever written a song with ChatGPT? Because
I
I
have
literally
not.
have to give it. I have to give it multiple paragraphs, and I have to sit and tweak it. It takes me hours to make a song, just with ChatGPT.
Again, unless you are writing it solely, that's not the same thing.
It's no different than using Photoshop. You're manipulating software to do what you want it to do. Okay, why didn't you pick up a pen or a paintbrush and do that with the lemon for Mikey instead
Mainly
of using?
because I don't have those resources. And there's
well,
a difference.
Hey, it's the same
not the same.
concept.
It's
same
not.
concept. You're using a tool instead of picking up a paintbrush or a
My
pen
argument
or a pencil.
is not the use of AI is bad. My argument is the sole use of AI with no actual input in terms of, let's say I have ChatGPT write lyrics for a song. If I just copy that and paste that into something else, that's not anything I made. I did not make anything.
Oh, so you had no influence creating that song? None whatsoever. You
It
just
doesn't matter.
looked at your
A
computer and
prompt
said,
is
"Hey,
not-
create me a song."
A prompt is not creative. It's not. It's objectively not.
Yeah, that's where we disagree.
And that's
where we
completely
disagree.
fine. And that's completely fine.
I'm
I
not
like
mad
having.
at you.
No, I know
I'm
that.
not upset in any way. I'm
not
I see
saying that
things
you are.
differently than you.
I'm enjoying this conversation. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy this because I get to understand your perspective.
I understand where you're coming from, but in this whole scheme of things, you're not just pulling up a screen and looking at it and say, "Computer, write me this." You literally have to type in what you want it to do. You are giving it instructions on what you want it to do. And yes, it's adding stuff to what you typed in
Again,
to
I'm
create
just,
what you're
this
looking
is-
for. But
This is going to be something that circles because we both disagree with each other. And I don't think either of us will budge. And that's fine.
no.
That's good.
I think that it's more fair use is going to be determined more in how it's actually used,
right.
rather than how it's created.
Yeah, like for example, Mike talking about a court case, that's fair use. Or me commentating on someone's video, that's fair use because I'm adding more of me to the original thing, transforming it.
Yeah,
That's my argument.
The only part is where it's going to be debated is if I were to create music and then try to put that music out as my own, like me to use the music, like if I
Yeah.
like the music that I do as the intro is AI created. I'm not making money off it, but it's mine to use. That would be fair use. But if I were to and I do have that out on my channel where people can watch that video and listen to the music all on its own. But if I were to make an album, I think that's where it would be a little bit contentious.
And
Speaking
Mary,
of-
I did get your email. Thank you very much.
So that's actually raising another thing. I'm looking this up right now. So Suno AI, what a lot of people use. So let's see here. So if you are not subscribed to Suno AI with a Pro or Premier plan making your songs, you are not. If you do not have a Pro or Premier plan with Suno, any song you make with Suno, you do not own the rights to.
Yeah. It's no different than any other kind of music.
But here's the question: so let's say I do one platform to make all the lyrics, and then I use another platform to make the music that the lyrics will be set to. Is who owns the copyright in that?
Suno. They say it. Let me pull it up here.
Yes, you have to pay for Suno if you want to turn around and use it to monetize it. I mean,
yeah.
are they going to hunt people down?
It's automated.
So the
Go ahead,
question:
Mikey.
if you're saying that the lyrics are an inherent part of the song, that's not they. I would say, because if you're like a normal song, if I wrote a normal song and then I put into Suno to create the lyrics, I would own the copyright because I wrote the lyrics, which is
you would own the copyright to the lyrics. Now, I think there would be an argument over the instrumentals and the mixing.
That's where they get you, is the instrumentals.
I don't think so. Here's what I think the argument would be: if I did that same thing in a like I went into a studio with a studio band, they're just getting paid for playing. They don't own a copyright to the song.
Let's see here.
Years ago, back before you had all the free music with YouTube, we literally had to buy the copyrights for music if we wanted it on our channel. And there was a company called Pond 5 that I bought a lot of stuff from because I didn't want to get copyright struck on YouTube. Well, now YouTube's got a whole lot of shit that you can get for free or you can pay for, 99 cents and it's yours. With Suno, I understand your argument on it there, Mikey, but what they're going to get you on is the instrumental part.
If I record myself singing a let's say a karaoke song, and I can then put that out as my own copyright, and I don't have to, because I'm the one performing.
No, I can see that.
I'm also reading up on AI in terms of copyright law because OpenAI themselves said the AI race is over. This is 1 month ago on Ars Technica. OpenAI declares AI race over if training on copyrighted works is not fair use. National security, blah, 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 blah. So OpenAI is hoping that Donald Trump's AI action plan, due out in this July, will settle copyright debates by declaring AI training fair use, paving the way for unfettered access. Currently, the courts are mulling over whether AI training is fair use, as rights holders say that AI models trained on creative works threaten to replace them in markets and water down humanity's creative output overall. OpenAI is just one AI company fighting with rights holders in several dozen lawsuits, arguing that AI transforms copyrighted works it trains on and alleging that AI outputs aren't substitutes for original works. I'm going to keep reading, but the argue of that it doesn't substitute for original works, it does. For example, like if you were wanting a Studio Ghibli looking picture, and if you could just get it through AI instead of an artist, that is replacing the original work. Because
what if I used all AI generated images in a book that I wrote?
It all depends, because that is built off of copyrighted works anyways, because you are generating it based off of training data from copyrighted artwork, imagery, videos. So their training data, which is the brain of the idea of the AI, that's like how these things work, is majority copywritten material that they are trained off of to generate these objects. But let's see here. So far, one landmark ruling favored rights holders, with a judge declaring AI training is not fair use as AI outputs clearly threaten to replace Thomson Reuters legal research firm Westlaw in the market, Wired reported. And I just pulled that up as well. Let me share my screen. So far it's leaning towards the argument that it's like, yeah, no, AI generated stuff is not protected under fair use. But again, OpenAI now appears to be looking to Trump to avoid a similar outcome in its lawsuits, including a major lawsuit brought by the New York Times. OpenAI's models are trained to not replicate works for consumption by the public. Instead, they learn from, this is his argument, by the way, and extract patterns, linguistic structures, and contextual insights. This means our AI model training aligns with the core objectives of copyright and fair use doctrine.
Slug, have you ever made anything like this?
Nope.
This is generated with AI.
Yeah, I know.
If you knew what it took to generate this photo, you would think differently. Yes, AI created it, but do you realize how much you have to put into that AI software to tell it to make this?
I still do not believe that it is comparable. I'm sorry. I just do not believe it's comparable.
Well, to each his own. Everybody has their own opinions. What is it they say?
Hey, there's a reason why we all have opinions. It's completely fine.
But to argue that it doesn't take any creativity to make something using AI is ludicrous. Because I know what it takes. I use it all the time. And it takes a lot of work to get something to generate just like what I just showed you. It's not a simple thing.
No, I understand your argument because I know how AI works. I know how ChatGPT, Grok, DeepSeek, all that. I understand how they work, how they function, the prompts needed, X, Y, and Z. But it's the output that is argued not to be creative. It is not human made. The prompt is, but the output is not. The image, the video, the text, that is not human made.
And see, coming right back to your own words, what you just did for Mikey is not human made. The outcome was coming out of a program that you manipulated to make that photo.
Then with that logic, any video that is made either through live streaming or through video editing is not human made because you are not.
There you go.
So,
you fought your own argument, brother.
I'm not arguing. I'm using your logic. I disagree with that logic.
That's not my logic.
That's what
yours.
You said, though. No,
but that's yours.
I prefaced it directly
the outcome
saying
is not. You just said flat out the outcome of AI is not humanly created.
Coop, I'm not using AI tools for a lot of my stuff. The image I made for Mike is manual. It's manually done.
Through an app that you used, you photoshopped it.
The end product came
Yes, Photoshop requires skill to use. Video editing, photo editing, that requires skill to use. Knowledge to use and to implement.
You just said you don't use AI, right?
I don't use AI in a majority of what I do.
Okay.
That is the exact wording I said.
This is why I stay muted. I can't get a fucking word in edgewise with you.
I'm saying, like, hey, in a majority of what I do not use AI.
Let me explain something to you. You talk about Chat GPT. Did you know that your AI actually learns you, your habits, the things you do on your channel? It learns you as the human that runs it.
Where are you reading that from?
I conversate with Chat GPT on a daily fucking basis, slug.
Oh my God, Georgie.
I like.
Oh, you done woke the hobbit up.
Georgie.
You done woke the hobbit up. She's mad now.
I'm not mad. I'm just tired of arguing with fucking children.
Thank you.
I work
Georgie.
the app daily. I
Get along.
Georgie,
conversate with
that's
it.
not.
I
That's
teach it
not.
things.
Oh my God.
It's no different than using your
Kumbaya,
goddamn Google Hub.
Kumbaya.
Oh my God, Georgie. Georgie,
You talk
that's
to me like
not.
I'm fucking stupid when I use the app on a daily basis.
Oh my God, Georgie. It's not
Listen to
this
you.
magical
I'd
thing.
rather argue with Tiny, and he can't even talk.
Oh my God. That's. Oh my God, Georgie. no.
Slug, I understand your argument with it. Okay, I totally understand your argument.
And I understand yours. That's why I'm enjoying this convo. Like, it's fun. It's enjoyable. But
what?
huh? Huh? I understand your argument, Coop, and I just disagree with it vehemently. But I understand where you're coming from.
This is Georgie right now.
She has a vagina. Get him, Georgie. Get him.
Let's see. I'm still reading the Ars Technica article because it's really interesting.
No, I legitimately say that because he talks down to me. He talks to me like I'm a child. He talks to you with respect. He talks to Mike with respect. But he talks down to me like I'm fucking stupid. I'm pretty sure it's because I got tits.
No, I don't.
Grown man naked.
Georgie, I talk to everybody like this.
Lady Jen, thank you for the $2 sticker and the $2 super chat, or the 99-cent sticker and the $2 super chat. Thank you, Jen. Mike will greatly appreciate that.
Georgie, I don't talk to you any differently than I talk to Mike, Coop, or anyone. Oh, what just happened? I am so confused. What just happened?
I don't think it's the fact that you talk to her differently. I think it's the fact that she doesn't have a chance to get a word in edgewise. I think that's where it boils down. She tries to say something and you're talking and the two of you just kind of it's like putting a square peg in a round hole type of deal.
More than likely, it's probably that.
They don't mix.
Like
Georgie just went on. She's now preparing to battle Slug.
I ain't fighting with Georgie. It ain't worth it. Let's see.
So what's the price of tea in China going for right now?
I have no idea. But honestly, that was a fun convo.
Yeah, buddy.
Now
Holy
I'm
shit,
fully
it's already
digging into
1:30.
this.
Mikey, how long you been on here?
Jesus.
Almost 3 hours. It's 2.5.
Holy cow.
I'm planning on going another 5 because Just Jay is going to go live. And
another 5 hours?
No, another 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was going to say I'm getting out of here. I got to go cook lunch.
Yeah, no. I want to be able to raid his chat with our people.
All right, brother. You guys have a good day. I'm gonna go cook Mama's lunch, and then we're gonna go buy chicken feed.
After you started all that shit, now Coop is gonna run.
What happened?
I need the running sound. That's one thing I need to do is do the running sound.
There you go.
On the thing. I'd be like, okay,
you got little man this weekend?
No, not this weekend.
All right, are you leaving the house today?
Nope. All you have to do is text me as soon as I'm off, and if you want me to jump back on and we'll talk through this, we can.
Yeah, I'll holler at you later on today, when I get done with all my chores and see if we can't get this thing worked out.
Sure, works for me.
All right, brother. You guys stay safe. I'm out.
Have a good day.
Take care. Yeah, I think with a lot of this stuff, it's gonna take a couple of lawsuits for this AI
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Like it's going to take a lot of different lawsuits
But
because
I think it could upend current case law as it applies to
copyright.
yeah.
On it, actually, I think it could, but it's also that argument. Chat, I did not do anything. I'm not going to play the game of being forced in to do stuff by chat. I have.
We do have breaking news. We got breaking news, everyone. Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips are racing to become the first woman to have sex in space following the Blue Origin trip.
Jesus fucking Christ. Georgie, you're still cool in my book. I have no issues with you. I'm just confused on what's going on. But I really think that the fucking copyright law is going to genuinely tear down AI because thankfully there are tools out there that poison AI training data sets because a lot of artists don't like the fact that their artwork is being stolen from.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like it. It turns out that a ton of YouTube videos were being used to train these data sets without compensation and without permission too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if
I can see, I can see where if you're paying for the premium, they've gotten paid, so they don't own the copyright anymore. I can see where that is legitimate.
no, as in like, majority of the AI training data sets, they don't compensate anyone they use the information from.
True.
Like
Yeah.
they steal people's YouTube videos saying, "Oh, we're just training our AI. We don't need to compensate that person."
I'll say this: our audience loves it. It's grown. We've got almost 170 people on X watching. So thank you for being here. We got 59 on YouTube.
Woo! But like outright, I just can't see any real argument saying that it's okay for these companies to steal. Like, for example, if they took all of your videos, Mike, every single video, every single picture you put on Instagram or anywhere, just to train an AI model and said, I'm not going to fucking pay you or do anything for you in compensation, you'd be pissed, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's literally what they're doing to everyone. Artists, YouTubers, movies, journalists, writers. That's the argument.
Like Spice Baby. Slug is pregnant.
God fucking damn it, Connor. I was waiting till tonight to announce it. You're the mother.
Speaking of pregnant, I've got this tweet up. Angela El Camino, she had said that she's got baby fever after years of saying she was single and childless and loved it. And now she's got baby fever. And she said, should I post the 10 best offers in my DMs? Should we shoot our shot?
Bro, what the fuck?
Would you want to impregnate Angela El Camino?
I'd fuck her.
But it's just not sex. You're impregnating her. So she will be in your life for the rest of your life in some capacity.
Let me at least clear this up real quick before people start spinning shit.
I'd load her up.
Chat. I have no issues with Georgie. I still view her as if anyone fucks with her, I will ruin that individual's life. I'm not playing this game where chat dictates what I do, what I say, or how I interact with people. So
too many of that on YouTube.
I'm kicking this straight into the trash, saying, hey, don't create these conspiracy theories about me and Georgie or anything of that sort. I'm not going to deal with that stupid fucking bullshit. I still have my arguing with Tiny's more fun.
Uh-oh.
No fair. He's taller than me.
It's taller than her.
True. What's
Back.
good?
Round 2.
Let's go. Okay.
Okay.
You got this.
I get that chat doesn't understand mine and your relationship. We literally argue and bicker like siblings.
Exactly.
There are moments, and I have to do this with my little sister too to get my point across with her. To be like, just shut up and listen to someone else for a second. I have to raise my voice with her as well.
Yeah.
Because once Slug gets on a roll, he's not hearing nothing anyone else is saying.
I think it's more like tunnel vision for me.
So I have to be that big sister. It's like, just shut the fuck up for a second and let someone else talk. It's not me being upset. It's not me. It's annoying at times. And arguing with Tiny is a lot more fun, and he can't even talk.
But this is what I mean. Like, I say this privately, but I hate how the chat pops up and is like, oh, we're going to theorize X, Y, Z about how people interact. It's disrespectful and it's fucking annoying. Like,
a lot of my chat, a lot of the ones in Mike's chat right now get to talk to me on a daily basis, offline, outside of chat, just like you and I talk privately.
yeah.
But they don't understand your and I's relationship. That's just how we are.
Yeah. Like, there's a reason why you don't see me complaining about Georgie, because, like, I don't have to complain. I fully know that she behaves the way she does, just like she knows how I behave the way I do.
We enjoy annoying the shit out of each other.
Yeah, it's like a chihuahua barking at a wall. Whenever I look at you, I'm like, damn. They added step stools for computers.
I do put coffee grounds in the ones that can take a
Mike's like, let me change the subject real quick.
to answer the comment.
What the fuck?
Coffee grounds are fantastic for plants, though.
They are.
If they can take acidic soil, yes.
Save your eggshells.
Connor, this is why your nipples are inverted.
I like money.
Money. Oh my gosh.
A husband thinks I'm nuts because I have a shit ton of eggshells sitting on top of my refrigerator, but I let them dry out and then I'll crush them up and turn them into a powder and I feed them to my plants.
Dude, you could turn it into paint. You know that's where eggshell white comes from, right?
Yeah.
Hell but yeah.
It's a fantastic plant food.
Oh yeah, it has correct me if I'm wrong, but it has a lot of calcium.
Calcium, protein, a lot of things that plants need. Especially the tropical type plants or the desert plants. It's perfect for those.
It turns out that dogs can also eat eggshells.
Which reminds me, I need to put water in my hydro plant.
I need to end the stream because Just Jay is live. So do you guys want to get your plugs in before we go?
I am releasing What's a Journalist the day after I return from my spam museum trip.
As always. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh, now you're going to be nice and let me talk. Finish.
Oh, I'm sorry. You yell at me being like, you're being mean. And then I'm like, okay, I will let the old lady talk.
Oh, you took a long pause, so I thought you were done.
I got to process. I speak 3 languages. Wait, who's going?
You.
Oh. So yeah, What's a Journalist? Big video featuring Megan and a shit ton of other YouTubers. And hope you guys enjoy, because I do get set on fire in it. End of May.
All right, folks. Georgie, you got anything you're plugging?
Nope, just as always, I'm on Monday through Friday with Coop, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And make sure you guys go to Uncle Frank's LLC, go to their channel, subscribe, buy some of their merch. They're doing a great thing over there. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. This is going to go over to Just Jay. I don't think I'm going to do an outro song because I want you guys to go over there, give them some views, let them know it's a Veteran Nation raid. Thank you. And as always, thank you for being worth serving.
Cock and